When Luke Hayes opened his front door on a chilly November morning, the last thing he expected to see was a woman holding a baby, flanked by 5 more children of varying ages, all staring at him like he was the answer to a question none of them had dared to ask. "You must be Luke," the woman said, clutching the infant tighter to her chest. "I'm Alina, your wife." Luke blinked. His eyes dropped to the envelope in his hand, the one he just retrieved from the mailbox moments earlier, postmarked from Ukraine. He hadn't even read her last letter yet. Just 6 months ago, Luke was a 36-year-old widowed mechanic in Montana, juggling a rambunctious 5-year-old son, Tyler, and a heart hollowed out by loss. His wife, Emily, had passed 2 winters before. Since then, life had become a looping routine of grease, stained overalls, boxed mac and cheese, and bedtime stories told through exhaustion. It was Tyler who first noticed how lonely his dad had become. "Daddy," he said one night, "you need a new mommy so you're not so sad all the time, maybe from the computer." Out of the mouth of babes, right? That's when Luke found the website, a modest, old-school forum for international pen pals and companionship. He wasn't looking for love. He was looking for someone to talk to. Then came Alina. Alina was 32, a war refugee from eastern Ukraine, a widow herself. Her husband had been killed in a missile strike. She had 6 children, ranging from 3 months to 12 years. She wrote with raw honesty about grief, survival, and hope. Luke replied with equal honesty. They exchanged emails, then handwritten letters, then rare but precious video calls when internet in her refugee center was working. He never expected her to come. He never said she should. But desperation, as it turns out, can walk across oceans. As the snow flurried behind them, Luke stepped aside and let the 7 strangers into his home. "I have no plan," Alina admitted, her voice trembling as she nursed the baby on his couch. "But I had nowhere else to go, and when I showed the immigration officer your letters, they believed you wanted us." Luke's first instinct was panic. His second was compassion. He made hot chocolate. He let the older kids play with Tyler's Legos. He offered Alina the guest room and cleared out his workshop for the rest. He told himself it was temporary. But days turned into weeks. Luke saw things he hadn't in years: a house full of laughter, squabbles over cereal, socks mysteriously disappearing, and crayon drawings on the fridge. Tyler bonded immediately with the 2 youngest boys, creating a new gang of tiny, muddy adventurers. Luke watched Alina sing lullabies in a language he didn't understand, yet somehow it filled every silence in his heart. Still, doubt crept in. What kind of man takes in a woman and 6 kids he barely knows? What would people say? That's when his sister Natalie showed up, the family skeptic. She walked into his house, saw the chaos, and pulled him aside. "You're crazy," she said. Then she looked around. "But I haven't seen you this alive since Emily died." The turning point came one night during a thunderstorm. The baby was crying. One of the girls had a fever. The power flickered off. Luke got up, found flashlights, boiled water on the gas stove, and held the sick child while Alina changed diapers by candlelight. They moved like partners in a quiet, unspoken rhythm. Later, when all the kids were finally asleep, Luke sat beside Alina on the floor. "I don't know if I'm ready for this," he whispered. "I don't know if I am either," she replied. "But maybe we can be ready together." He took her hand, and for the first time in years, he didn't feel broken. The paperwork was messy, the town whispered. Some people judged. Others brought casseroles. Luke converted his garage into 2 bedrooms. The local school donated supplies. His mechanic shop boomed with new clients who admired what he was doing, even if they didn't say it out loud. And slowly, impossibly, they became a family, not perfect, but real. A year later, Luke stood in the backyard, watching all 7 kids chase fireflies while Alina held a picnic basket. "You saved us," she said. "No," he replied. "You reminded me I was worth saving. In the end, it wasn't about a male, lord or bride, or a man trying to replace his loss. It was about humanity showing up at a doorstep and being brave enough to open the door. Kindness isn't always convenient, but sometimes it's the only thing strong enough to build a home." And Luke, he didn't just find love again. He found the family he never knew he needed.